Sorry, I was just vibing to that intro. I like that intro a lot. I like some of the intros I've got. They're pretty cool. But anyways, I'm back, Warning Army. I'm back. You might regret wanting me to do some warning content here, because this video is probably going to be a pretty long one. And now who says that at the beginning of a video? It's like half the people just went, nope, next. But that's okay. I was on, I think I was on Facebook. Yeah, I still use Facebook. I'm a boomer. And I saw a little blurb of this video, and I thought, how cool. I've never seen it before. It was quite a while ago. I think it was like 7 years ago. It was an interview that was done with the girls back in 2015. And I thought, let's go ahead. It's kind of long, but let's just kind of watch this together, because you guys know so much more about the warning than I do. Even though I've been along with this ride for about 6 months, you guys are a major source of information. So I'm really looking forward to this. Now, one thing I've noticed lately is I'm seeing a lot bigger representation from outside the U.S., you know, the warning Indonesia, you know, the warning UK, the warning Argentina, the warning Spain, the warning France. I love it. I love it. So hopefully, you know, some of my videos are reaching out to those. I do intend on always adding subtitles to my videos. But regardless, stop talking, Strong Dad. Let's get to this interview. And I don't know if I'm going to stop too much, since it's a pretty long interview, but maybe a little bit here and there, okay?
Hi there, and thank you so much for joining us. My name is Christy from Alberta, Canada, and today I have the distinct pleasure of introducing you to 3 young, incredibly talented young ladies. Actually, we're crossing borders today. They're down in Mexico, and you may know these girls from YouTube. They are well known for their covers of songs like We're Not Gonna Take It, Metallica's Enter Sandman, and Back in Black. They have hundreds of thousands of views on these videos.
Hundreds and thousands.
Today, you get to meet them. Thank you so much for joining us today, girls. How are you?
Hi, fine, thank you, and you?
I'm very well, thank you. You are the Warning Band, and I understand that you just absolutely love playing music and everything that you do. So why don't each of you introduce yourselves and just tell us a little bit about who you are and what instrument you play.
Okay, well, I am Danny. I have 15 years old. I play the guitar, piano, I sing, and I play saxophone. I love music. Music is my life, so yeah.
Hi, I'm Paulina. I am 13 years old. I play the drums, I play the piano, and I sing. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Ale. I'm 10 years old. I play the bass, I sing, and I play saxophone.
Oh my gosh, you guys. This is so cool. Have you guys noticed how unbelievably well they are? I mean, they were good at speaking English here, but it's night and day now when you listen to them talk. But it's just so adorable. You can see how uneasy that they are. This is probably, you know, one of their first English speaking interviews, or you know, maybe they've had a lot more. I'll be corrected on that. It's kind of funny because we're getting both accents represented. The girl Christy, about, you know, we're going to talk about these girls. I thought that we're going to get kind of both strong accents going on here, but I like how they introduce themselves. I thought that was fantastic. Strong Dad, stop interrupting. Let the girls talk.
Awesome. Well, girls, you are so talented. We love watching your videos and all the covers that you've done. But I understand that you have actually been compared, Paulina in particular, compared to one of your musical idols. Tell me about that.
Actually, that's like amazing because our goal is to be as good as those people. So to somebody tell you like, oh, you play as good as that person, it's like, whoa, so I'm actually getting somewhere. My goal is I'm actually reaching my goal. It feels amazing.
Of course, the person that we're talking about is Lars Ulrich, one of the people that you look up to as a musician. Who are some of the other people that each of you look up to and aspire to be like in the musical industry?
Well, I like a lot Brian May. He's the guitar player of Queen. He's awesome. It will be so cool to be just like him one day.
I look up to Neil Peart, the drummer
Nice.
of Rush. He's like one of the best drummers in the world. I would totally love to be as good as drummer as him.
I love Paul McCartney. I'll actually play with him or
Wow.
be as good as him someday.
All right. Well, we all know you from playing rock and roll. Is that kind of the biggest genre for you, or what other influences play a part in the music that you play?
Well, we like a lot of music, every type of music, but we love the most rock and roll. It's awesome. You
Yeah,
just
it
get a
is.
feeling of, I don't know, wanting to scream, and we love music.
Yeah, and since we were little, our parents listened a lot to rock music. So it was the first genre that we actually liked. So that's the thing that's
Good
special to
job,
us
Luis
most.
and Moni.
Well, girls, you spend a lot of your days playing music. So kind of walk me through your days. I mean, you go to school all day and come home at night and basically practice and get ready for band rehearsal.
Yeah, we go to school Monday through Friday, every day at 7:30 till 2 o'clock. Then we get home, we eat, then we practice each instrument 1 hour each one if we can. And then it's homework. Always it's practicing before homework.
Yes.
Yeah. And we try to sleep early because we know that the next day is going to be the same of hard work.
Why is that so important for you to get all of that music in there?
It's like when we were little, we really listened to music, so it stuck a lot to us. So when we were given the chance to play instruments, it was like, well, yeah, let's do it. It's a really good opportunity. When we started playing, we were like really young. She was 5 years old. I
They
was 3.
were
I wasn't
really
even
young.
born yet. So we started playing piano, and then we started playing the drums, the guitar, and the bass. And it was this huge. We had a lot of fun with it, even though it took a lot of hard work.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of time. Yes, sometimes you get really mad. Sometimes you get really tired. But in the end, it's still worth it.
Yeah, and our father and mother told us that playing an instrument, it's a big responsibility, and if you're going to do something, you have to do it right. So that's what inspired us to each and every day keep going.
Yes. Hard
Great
work
advice.
every day to reach our goal and keep learning.
That's awesome. Well, you definitely, just from your performances that we've seen online, you can see the hard work. Allie, for you, you play bass guitar, and sometimes it almost looks like that guitar is almost too big for you. How do you do it?
It is. The size of my bass guitar, it's not the actual size. It's still big for me. Before, I had an even smaller bass, so I just hugged it. I couldn't play it. First I didn't know how to play it. Second, it was too big, too heavy for me. But as the time I got used to it, and it's not that heavy as before.
It's almost like your sport, isn't it? I understand that
She
you
still
actually
hates
don't
it.
have time for sports, but if you did have time, you almost avoid them, don't you?
Yes, actually,
Yeah,
I really don't like sports. We really don't like sports.
It's very
No.
tiring.
And it's also very dangerous. Like if we even had time, it would be very dangerous, like for our hands. If we played basketball, volleyball, to run, to do something like that, we could hurt our hands really easily. So
And if we hurt them, like just 2 months of resting,
recovery and those
yeah,
things.
it takes a lot of practice time that we don't get used to, and we have to start
Like
gaining
all over again, start like remembering, because sometimes you forget stuff that you already saw and you need to see them again, remember them again, and it's, well,
Look at
it's
Ale.
more hard work.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, what is your goal with this? I mean, you put so much time into your music, you have such a passion for it. What do you hope to do with your music?
Our goal right now is to learn more, learn and learn and learn, because you can never learn enough. And we're still very young. We still have a lot to learn. But we will really like to be. We would like to be musicians, like for a living. It will be awesome to like be on stage and say, I'm making a living out of this. I'm actually doing something that I like and I'm getting paid. It will be so cool.
They are.
Yeah, that's our goal, to be musicians. Very good musicians.
Very
They do
good.
say that if you love something, you should find a way to get paid to do it. So, that's always a good plan.
Yeah.
Now, in order to gain more experience and get some more training, I understand that you have this hope and dream to be able to go to Berklee College of Music. Tell me about that.
Of course, we would love to go there. Firstly,
Wow.
our teachers recommended a lot because some of them have been there, and they say it's awesome, really. And personally, I would like to be in an environment where I share the same love for music as other people. Being, I don't know, like identified with people who love music as the same as I do. So it will be awesome to be in an environment where they understand how hard we work and how we love what we do.
It's so interesting watching this because they spoke so much of this into reality. You know, these were just dreams and this happened, and they are good musicians and they are doing it for a living, and they did go to Berklee. It's amazing watching this.
Yeah, because over here, people don't appreciate it as much. They don't notice how much hard work we have to put in to play it. It's actually a lot of hard work. So going to Berklee will be being with people who know how hard you have to work to be in that school, to play actually like well, and share our love for music with other people. That's the main idea, to go there, like to learn more things from people who actually care a lot about it.
Did I see Ale rolling
What
her
is it
eyes?
like playing as sisters? Is there ever any fighting or anything like that? Do you know how to push each other's buttons? Because as musicians, you can sometimes push each other's buttons, but as sisters, that can be a whole other game.
Yeah, it's awesome to work together. I mean, there are fights, it's normal. We're sisters.
We're sisters, yeah.
But it's awesome because we can say to each other frankly what we are missing or what we have to work on, and each of us knows what we have to do. But it's awesome because we can laugh and we can have a really great time practicing together.
And if we were friends, like to practice, it would be, no, I can't. Oh yes, but I can. And as sisters, we're always there. Like
we live in the
live
same place.
in the
Yeah.
same place, and we can practice whenever we can. Like that, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool to have like sisters with you in the band. First of all, you don't have to worry about schedules. Well, sometimes you do because we have classes, so
Yeah.
we still have to worry about schedule, but not that much. Second, it will be we have a really great time, but we have our fights, of course. We don't agree on everything. Maybe Ale wants something that I don't want, and maybe Danny wants something that Ale doesn't want. It's
It's complicated.
we sometimes have a hard time like
A
putting
desperate
things like
time and
Constructing our
our ideas, like putting them together because everybody wants something different. But in the end, because we all have like a similar taste, so
Yeah.
it's really cool to work together.
Well, I understand that just recently you actually worked on some of your own material. We know you from playing these covers, but now you have 7 of your own songs. Are they in
Only
the same
7?
genre, or what do they look like?
Well, they're all mixed up, really,
Yes.
because starting to do it, we didn't know what we were doing. We were just mixing ideas. So the songs came out in a bit of a mix of genres, but mostly rock. We want to
Yeah,
focus on
on
rock and do it all like that.
Yeah, the first songs we didn't even know that we
No,
had
yeah.
to put it in our instruments.
Yes.
It was just in the piano, some chords, a melody, and lyrics. That was all. So when our teacher Pablo told us like, oh yeah,
Pablo.
let's start putting them together, making it like your own music but with the instruments. So we were like
Like,
okay,
what?
let's try to do it.
Yeah.
We were pretty. The first songs were pretty like different.
They're like
So-
ballads and
Rock ballads. One is like a country song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One is like pop rock, but the other ones are more concentrated on rock because we already have like the first one were just like for the experience.
Yeah.
The other ones were like, okay, now we're doing this for real. Let's try to make them like rock, hard rock. So yeah, we're getting the hang of it.
Yeah.
So you've been working on these months for the last, or you've been working on these songs rather for the last several months, and in just 2 days' time, you are getting the opportunity to perform them in front of your fans, in front of a live audience. What is that going to be like?
Oh, we can't wait. We're so excited, really.
Yes.
We want it to be Monday so bad.
Yeah. We're nervous, but not that nervous because we're like, oh, it's just too excited to play in front of people, even if not, it's not like a lot. It still counts. It's a very good experience that we're gonna take.
I love
And
that.
oh, I just can't wait.
Yeah. It's like a mixture of emotions between nervous, super excited, and
But something else.
Yeah, something
But
else.
Something
the best
else.
thing of this is that everybody knows us for our covers. So getting all of our friends and family and supporters from here from Monterrey to come and hear our original songs for the first time, it's actually pretty cool. I know it's gonna be very fun, very exciting, even though we're very nervous. We've been working really hard to get it right, and I know we're gonna get it right because, it
And
always goes out
the
right.
important thing is to have fun there. If something goes wrong, it doesn't matter. It's have fun, and that's it. Like,
And
I
they
got
do
it.
that
and
now.
enjoy it.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's exactly it. And you know what? Even if something goes wrong, you're the only ones who know. So that's the best part, right?
That's kind of a plus.
Yeah.
Nobody knowing the song is like you can make a mistake and be just like, that's all part of the song. That's all part of the song.
I know that some hits have actually been made that way. There is a bit of a mistake on stage. Nobody knew, and it turned into something. So who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have to learn from our mistakes and maybe get something out of it.
Absolutely. Now, Paulina, you do a lot of the singing for the band while you're on drums, a talent that not a lot of people actually can do well. What is that like?
It's pretty hard actually. I think for all of us, we can sing well when we don't have instruments, but when we grab the instruments, it's way harder to sing because you have. First, my position, the position of sitting down is not the best position to singing.
True.
And then you're doing a lot of movements with your arms and legs. You're getting out of breath. So to hold your breath, be in time, in singing and those types of things, it's really hard. But for the 3 of us, we actually have to practice it really well to sing it and play it at the same time so we can get it done right.
Yeah, and for Ale and me also, it's kind of difficult since we have to get the right chord, the right place
Notes and everything because
of our hands.
yeah.
And not watching it, it's
And
kind of
Because
hard.
if you're like this, the microphone is here. It doesn't.
Yeah, you have to be looking up
Yeah,
and
up and like
doing something here.
watching. It's
so
difficult.
Yeah,
It's so
difficult.
true.
So
When
we can sing better without.
without the instruments, we
Playing.
actually sing way better. But actually, I really don't have a problem with the placement because I already know where the drums are. But for them, it's way harder not to see what they're touching, let's say.
Because if you do a slide and you touch the wrong note,
it
it's
sounds
like
bad.
bad. It's really bad.
Yeah, so it's hard. So we actually have to pay attention to those type of things so we can actually sing. Well, it's not 100% singing. It's not the best.
Yeah.
We're still working on it. But we do the best we can.
We still need to practice it, but it's like we're working.
It's in
on
process.
It. Yeah, it's in
Yes.
process.
Absolutely. Well, girls, I can say that you are definitely professionals with just the way that you talk about your music and how you perform and that sort of thing. A lot of that credit goes to your teachers, and I understand that you've had several over the years. So tell me a little bit about who your teachers are and the influence that they've had on your time as musicians.
Well, I had a lot of teachers over the years. Right now, I have a teacher named Pavel Kal. He's an awesome teacher. He teaches me a lot of improvising, how to make my sound my own, like how to own it and make things the way I want without it sounding like weird. And he loves rock and roll and supports me in every way he can.
Yeah. Over here, I've had a lot of drum teachers, actually, more than I can even remember. But
Wow.
the most significant one that I had is Javier Garagarza, who is teaching me like right now in the present. He's the best drum teacher ever. He teaches me a lot of technique. The technique, when you apply it to the drums, it's like a whole different thing, a whole different world. He's teaching me different genres of music, so I can use those things and apply it to my own use. The technique is the thing that he's like really hitting on that I have to learn, and I'm actually getting pretty good at it, and I'm actually pretty happy with my progress with him. So he supports us and he gives us tips and everything. So he's a really good teacher.
Yeah.
My teacher is Pablo Gonzalez. It's the third teacher
awesome.
I've had. They've had a lot more than me, but
Wow.
he is actually pretty good. He teaches me technique too, not to get tired because it's really hard not to get tired when
Yeah.
you're playing a lot of time. He teaches me groove, how to stay like at the same volume when you play. He's awesome. He also taught us how to write our own songs.
Yeah, how to
instruments
like
and-
incorporate it to
yeah.
the instruments. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
He's a
awesome.
teacher for the three of us
Yeah.
Yes.
in
Pablo.
our band and writing.
Writing
Writing process. He
Yeah.
he taught us how to.
The first songs that are made, he was the one that helped us. He was the one that said, let's see
Let's try
everyone
this.
like by the week
a song. We had to do a song.
a
like,
song
for
each
week.
one for a week, and we just kept going, and he teaches us that.
You know, that says a lot, though, because when you look at the girls now, you're thinking, oh, they're just, and they're just an unbelievable talent. And, it's in their genes and it's in their, the practice that they do. And it's, mom and dad. But there's so much behind the scenes, like Pablo, such an instrumental part of their technique, but their songwriting that's so instrumental now, 7 years later, 8 years later, with the songs that we're being able to enjoy now. That's part of that foundation. And you just don't think about that very much. I'll stop.
Yeah, he's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
It sounds like your teachers definitely love you and love working with you. Writing a song in a week, not an easy task, especially when, again, you look at how young the three of you are. So where do you get the inspiration for the music that you've written?
I actually get it from reading books. That's my main inspiration, from reading books. Some of my songs are like pretty dark. Things that you would
Some.
not expect from me, like to say like, oh yes, well, really dark stuff.
Korosu.
I got it from reading books. It's not like, yeah, I want everybody to die. No.
No.
It's that I got it from a book.
From a book.
Yeah, it's because they haven't heard the songs. When you hear them,
When you hear the songs, there are gonna be like pretty dark songs in there. You know which ones are mine from that. But some songs we were inspired by each other. Like Danny wrote a song that was about us.
oh yeah, but that one we haven't finished.
We
yet.
haven't
we
finished
haven't
it, but
finished
it's
it,
like there.
Yeah.
There's
I like just sometimes I don't get it. I don't know where do I get it from because sometimes I just like, oh, I like this melody and this letter. I record it, then I come down to the piano, do some chords, and that's it. I do a song.
I cannot do that. I cannot first invent the melody and the lyric, and
Yeah,
then
me neither.
and then put the chords. No, first I have to find the chords,
Chords and
then
then
make the other things.
Yeah,
I
and,
cannot.
and me on the other hand, I make stories in my mind. Like I don't know, I imagine a heartbreak and do a song about it.
Yeah, it's more like
Not
me.
that I have lived it. No way.
There's a song about a heartbreak, and we were like, what happened to you?
Anything of our songs.
Yeah,
We
all of
haven't
our
lived it.
songs have stories. None of those stories are ours. No,
Ours.
we
haven't happened
we
to
are
us.
very happy people.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, girls, do each of you read? I know, Danny, reading is one of your favorite things to do in the very little amount of free time that you have.
Yes, I read a lot. I have read a lot of books like in a small period of time. In the little time I have, like when I wake up and I'm getting dressed, I'm like,
Yeah, let's read.
reading the book, and then I do everything I have to do in my day, and then in the night is like I'm gonna read a little bit.
They finish
That was
books
her
like
flashlight.
this thick.
Yeah.
In
Like
one
I
day.
I actually really like reading too. Everything that Danny reads, I end up reading it too. Like she read the Percy Jackson books, and I was like immediately reading them. She doesn't
don't
like to read.
like reading.
I'm with
I
you.
don't
I
like-
like.
She
prefer
didn't get it.
I prefer like being drawing or something.
She's really good at
But-
drawing.
But I don't. The reading thing doesn't get me. No, I don't like
We
it.
don't only read. Well, maybe she only reads, but Ale draws a lot. Draws a lot. Danny also.
Me too.
I
didn't
suck.
know that.
I suck at drawing. I hate drawing. I'm not good at it. It's like what I try to do like a
No,
stick
you-
man, and it's still ugly.
She gets desperate. It's like no.
You don't have the patience.
If
No,
I-
she
if
doesn't
I
have the
would- Yeah, I don't have the patience. Not even for drumming. I lack that patience. Yeah. Yeah, but I don't know how to draw. But I like to design clothes. Like design clothes, I think. I have this book that I wanted for my birthday, and they actually gave it to me. It's a really big book. It's a sketchbook that you have like the mannequins there, and you just draw on top of them. It's a really good book. I enjoy doing it, but like right now, since we're preparing for the concert, it has been a long time since we don't do any of that, but we don't mind.
You're just so focused on the music and so focused on pleasing your fans, aren't you?
Yes.
Well, I know that looking at your YouTube page, as I had mentioned earlier in the interview, hundreds of thousands of people are checking out the videos that you're posting. How did all of that get started on YouTube, and what is it like pretty much being a YouTube celebrity?
Like since a long time ago, I was just playing a Hannah Montana cover, I think. Yeah, a Hannah Montana cover. You can imagine the age that I was like 7.
Yeah.
But I was like a midget. So I was playing the drums, and I don't know why, but my father like just recorded it, and he thought it was cute, so he uploaded it to YouTube. So yeah, he uploaded it. It didn't get like, it only got like 6 views. So it was like But then my father showed me a video of this guy playing a Taylor Swift cover. I really liked Taylor Swift, and I still like her. But so I really liked the cover of that guy, so I decided, okay, I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna try to play it. So when I got it, my father was like, okay, let's record it. So it took a long time, yes, but we finally uploaded it to YouTube. yeah, it actually started getting a lot of hits. So it was like, okay, let's do another
Sorry,
one.
Miley.
My father showed me this video of this guy named Kobus playing a Kelly Clarkson cover, but it was not like
Oh yeah.
how the drummer of the original song played it. It was like he invented a lot of stuff on top of it. So, and I was 10 years old. I was 9 actually. It took like a year for me to get it. But to me that was like, whoa, that's really hard. So when I finally got it, I got it without the crossover thing. So I got it and my father recorded it. It was like, okay, let's upload it. But then my father found the video of Kobus teaching like his
The
viewers how to
crossover.
do the crossover. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna get it. When I got it, yeah, I finally recorded the video and it went to YouTube. It started getting a lot of hits. All my friends were like, oh, I saw you on YouTube. Oh, I saw you on YouTube. So it was a pretty big thing. But before that, I think
We
that
hadn't started the band.
no.
We uploaded
some
piano.
videos of us playing the piano,
Oh,
but that was
Playing
pretty
the
old,
piano.
and
Yeah.
that didn't
Pretty
get a
old.
lot of things. 'cause-
We were still separate players.
yeah, we didn't
We-
play together.
we
That's
didn't.
why there are some videos of me alone playing. But then after that, we started getting so many hits. It was like, okay, that's cool. And when we got the opportunity to play at our school, they recorded it too and uploaded it to YouTube. That was our first video as like a band. And it started getting views, and then we said, okay, let's do more covers.
Yeah, but we never imagined that we were gonna have so many views and
No,
people.
it was just for fun.
Comments
Yeah,
and
it
stuff
was
like
just
that.
for fun.
See what
Uh,
happens, like.
Yeah, we just uploaded it so like family could see.
Yeah,
it.
it was
See
for
that
family
more.
actually, yeah. And then a lot of people started watching it, and it was
They
like, okay, let's
commented and,
continue.
Let's
Yeah.
continue our process.
The process. We're still in the process. We still
Yeah.
haven't finished, but still. That.
You know what's so weird me watching this now is at the end of this video, like, I don't know who's still here now. You guys are diehards. Kudos for that. At the end of this video, I did a compilation video called Still Evolving from the times, almost all the times that they've been talking about, from, Pau playing the crossovers to the piano lessons to, them playing for the first time in front of their school. And I'm hearing it all now, which is so cool. After watching the videos and compiling that, it's like I'm reliving everything through their words, and it makes it even that much more special, to me. But I'll shut up.
That's how it all started.
Yeah.
Now, how did the name The Warning come together?
Well, we were going to do a concert here in our house with other members of our classes. We were 4 bands. All the bands were of boys. We were the only
Girl
girl
band.
band.
And they had names
Yeah, they all had names,
Yeah.
so we had to come up with one.
with one.
So we started naming everything we could, like desk. We're going to name ourselves desk.
Like, we're gonna be this.
I don't know. We're going to be anything we thought of. And then we had an imaginary album.
Album, yeah. And then it was gonna be The Warning. We had the picture and everything for the imaginary
Oh,
album.
I'd love
and then
to see
Hal
that.
said like, let's put it on the name of the band, The Warning. And well, we said like, well, it is fine, and we all agreed on it. So it stayed as The Warning.
What do your friends think of the band and everything that you're doing with your music?
They support us. Like, they're so happy. I have a lot of friends
Me
that
too.
are like, rock on, yeah. They love it.
Yeah, at first it wasn't such a big deal. It was like,
Yeah.
oh, you play the drums, oh, you play the guitar, oh, you play the bass. It was like a normal thing for them. That's why we wanted to go to Berkeley, because they don't appreciate as much.
No, they
yeah.
they do
They
appreciate
do,
Yeah,
it,
but they don't
but
know.
as they don't
Yeah.
play
Play
it,
it,
They don't
They
know
don't
how
know
much
how
hard
how
work.
we feel.
Hard
But
work,
they
how we
do
feel
support
about
us. They're like
They're
big
awesome.
fans. Yeah. when I told my friends that I was gonna have like the concert that we're about to have, they were like, oh, "You have to invite me." They were all planning what they were gonna do, and one of my friends is like, "I'm gonna be your personal manager. Yeah, you'll just have to sign."
Sorry, Rudy.
I have like 100 number one fans.
Yeah, they're all. I'm your number one fan.
They're
And it's
all
like,
the number one.
Now there's
I,
only a
like,
million.
I'm little. I'm 10 years, so my friends like still tell me, "What's a bass? What's that?" And I am like, "Oh, I have explained it so many times, and there's still friends that don't know what it is." So
Yeah, and like when she plays the bass, some people say like, "Oh, you play awesome the guitar."
And I'm like,
Ooh.
"Yeah, sure, sure.
There
Thank you."
there actually have been people that tell me, "I love how you play the guitar," and I was like,
That's
"How could you
actually
think that is a guitar?
Yeah,
It's a really big thing, and it doesn't even have like strings." It was pretty funny. But.
Well, girls, we've heard a lot about a lot of your fans, and I understand some of them have actually asked, what about a fourth member? Do you think that you need a fourth member?
Sometimes it's kind of hard not to have a fourth member, like to be on the keyboard.
or the lead or the lead singer, or whatever.
Another instrument,
another
because
instrument
since we're three, it's difficult to add more instruments to our songs because
Yeah.
we cannot play
Play
them
them
live.
Like we can record it, but we
But we
cannot
can't.
play like in the live audience.
Yeah.
We can't.
Yeah, and it will be kind of weird to be three sisters and another
And another
band
person that
member.
is not like
True,
family member. It would be
true.
so weird.
So weird.
So we're actually pretty good being three sisters.
Yeah, they are
Yes,
pretty
three
good.
sisters, it's enough for us.
Yes.
I can imagine playing with another sister. It would be absolute chaos.
Yeah.
What about a brother? Do you think that's an option for you?
Oh, I would love to have a brother. It would be so
Yeah, we don't know what it's like to have a brother because
yeah.
we don't have. It would be
Yeah.
so cool to have one. I have always dreamed of having a big brother. I mean, I
See,
can't anymore, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some of my friends tell me that it's not fun to
Yeah,
have
they
brothers
said the
because
same.
they hit me and they always fight with me and they always like, oh, you know.
But it's
you're
the same
so
here. We
bad
still
and
fight.
but we don't hit each other. That's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah, that's
We don't
Oh.
hit each other.
But
That's better.
yeah, that's fair. But still, it will be kind of cool to have a
Yeah.
brother. Yes.
All of your number one fans, Daniela, you said that you have about 100 of them. Worldwide, I understand that you actually have quite a good fan base right now, and they want to see your dream of going to Berklee College of Music come true. And so I understand that there is a GoFundMe campaign started. Can you tell me more about that?
well, since we want to get to Berkeley, Ted made us a favor of doing the GoFundMe page, which we're really thankful. Thank you. And so that we can gather money from donations that people make so we can have an opportunity to get there.
And there may be potential for additional scholarships once you're there.
Yes. Once they see how well you are and how badly you want it and you love music, they can give you a
They
scholarship.
start like,
scholarship.
oh yeah, if she comes here, maybe we can give her a
Maybe we
scholarship,
can,
and it depends on your audition to get inside the school, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But still,
And your interest, because there are people like that just go there.
That
for-
they just want to learn, but they
Yeah.
don't have.
yeah, but
Like,
they really
the
don't have
passion.
the
The
love.
passion
the
for
passion
That's
for
the
the
word.
music. Yeah.
Well, I think that the one word that would describe the three of you would definitely be passion for what it is that you're doing. For anybody who's
Yeah.
just getting to know the Warning Band and doesn't know a whole lot about you, where do they get some more information and how can they find out more details about the GoFundMe campaign?
In our page,
thewarningband.com. Yeah,
Yeah.
there is actually in that page.
There's
that
everything.
yeah, there's everything.
Our
Uh,
story,
our
our teachers,
Our
How
life,
we found music.
yeah,
everything.
what we
everything.
like,
everything,
all about the GoFundMe campaign.
and photos.
Yeah,
Even
and-
pictures. Even pictures.
Yeah, there's
of
pictures
us,
of
yeah.
us.
Every artist needs to have a good photo, but also a good autograph. Have you been practicing your autographs?
Oh yeah.
Yes,
You
I already have mine.
You already have. There's like, oh yeah, that's so cool. Mine. I really don't like mine. It's like it looks like childish. I had one, but my father was like, "That's all gibberish." It actually looked like gibberish.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like really recognizable that it was mine. So right now it's just my name with a little heart.
But it's your like,
Yeah, but it's fine.
It's yours. It's your style. It's
my
so
style. It's my
it's
style.
it's okay. Yeah.
I already
But-
have I had mine since I was like 8.
I
Like,
no.
mm.
Well, but we're actually practicing because we're really bad at singing.
Because
Really bad.
like our famous artists are like yeah.
yeah, they're really quickly.
And we're like, is it fun?
We have to do it like 20 times.
20
Yeah.
times. Like we have to have a lot of pictures that to sign because one of us is gonna mess up.
We have a paper filled with our signature, like
signatures. Yeah, I think.
our signature, a whole page like all dirty.
Because we were like
because we were
trying to
practicing
decide which
to
one.
decide which one, this one or this
Yeah.
one. No, this one. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I understand that you wanted to say thank you to some of your supporters.
We want to say special thanks to our teachers, Paulo Gonzalez, Pavel Cal, Javier Garagarza, and all of the teachers that had influenced us over the years. Also to Win Squires at Triastrium for his hard work on our website. Thank you so much. To Dwayne Thompson for big cash donations and Alice bass guitar.
Wow.
Dan and Irma Holloway for their monthly donations. Nick Warren for his cash donations and joining the Warning family.
Yeah.
Dave Hatchie, cash donations and solid support. And to those of you who donated on GoFundMe, thank you.
Yeah, thank you
Yes.
so much.
We would like to thank Kelly Carney and Sherry Moore for their support as well. A special hi and thank you to Dave and Chell Rubin. And thank you, Ted, for being a true friend. Without your support, we couldn't be in the way of achieving our dream. In fact, none of this would have been possible without your help.
Thank you so much.
Very cool.
Well, girls, we are hoping that you get to achieve all of those dreams. They are huge dreams that you have to be able to storm the music scene, but I think you're probably definitely on your way. So thank you so much for joining me today and giving me the opportunity to introduce you to all of your English-speaking fans out there.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Well, once again, it is the Warning Band. If you want some more information about them, you can go online, thewarningband.com. You can also check out all their covers on YouTube. And of course, stay tuned very soon for some of their original songs right here. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Oh my gosh, you guys. I love that. That's probably the best interview I've watched of them. Just so many good memories for my 6 months just to see where they're at right now. Wow. I'm probably the only one here, all alone. If you are still here, in the comments, somewhere in there, write bemused. You know, that's a warning word, bemused. Write that, and I'll make sure and give you a heart, give you a little, notice here on this. But I just wonder, Christy, the interviewer, I thought she did a really good job. It was a very long interview. We just don't get those much anymore. I wonder where she is right now, if she still follows the band at all, if she has, the idea of how big they're getting, how successful they're getting. Just fantastic to see this. I told you it was going to be a long one, and if you're here, I really appreciate you. But I had a blast. Even if it was just for me, this will be on my archives, and I'll be able to go back and laugh at this. Such good times. But everybody out there, I am going to be doing another warning video. Probably going to be doing one of a live song. And it's going to be a live cover that they do. That'll be up next. I know that I promised some people that I was going to be doing another one, but that's just going to come a little bit later. Everyone out there, thank you so much for sticking with me on this. Stay strong. Stay strong. I think I've got a picture. Everybody out there, stay strong, be safe, and have a safe and wonderful rest of your day. Bye, everybody.